Hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I got to tell you, I'm outside in my outdoor building, and we have not had rain in like 2 weeks. And I've said, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing set up. It's just like everything bad that could possibly happen in the last 48 hours has happened for me losing my Facebook, although it did come back. And maybe that's the worst part about it, is that it actually came back. To my desktop computer, my Alienware, it died. I guess they tried to phone home and it didn't work. It can be fixed. Just had to order a new hard drive for it, and it won't be in until Wednesday. I had gotten a TV for out here, got it, put it on the rack and everything else, took the cover off of it, found out it's cracked, had to take that back. And now I've got my laptop that I usually use for traveling and stuff together here, and I've just got it set up, finally got it working, realized I have to actually use light, so I've got a stage light that's in my face here. I mean, it's all in my face. Okay, get that thing out of my face. And I said, I'm good to go. But I'm sitting here looking at dark clouds and the wind picking up, and so now I got some straw where I planted grass seed in my eyes. So it's the football gods or somebody is working against me right now. But actually, I'm hoping we'll get some rain. And it feels weird because I'm used to having a microphone in my face, but instead I've got my clip-on one. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. And since I have run off in the mouth here, let me get my panel here, because I've already got Jess in the house, and I've got, of course, Holly Pierce here as well. What's up, good people? How are y'all doing today? Okay. Well, it's like 94 out here, and that's where these thunderstorms have popped up. Like I said, right now somebody is getting a hellacious one just south of me. The skies are gray. I see lightning bolts, but I got sunshine, over my head. So I guess the dark clouds are not following me and giving me any rain. Let me say hello to everybody that's in the house. We got Thrasher in the house. We got Broken Halo. We've got, of course, the lovely and talented Holly Pierce. I don't have my It's Ladies Night button out here. Sorry about that. We got Dirty Nasty Sanchez in the house. We got Jeff Lee. My name is Jeff, and I like boobies. Dominique's in the house. Let's see who else is in here. Shout out to everybody that's here. Kiana, Miss Gibson's in the house. It's Ladies Night for sure. And No Bundy. What's up, No Bundy? All right, so Jess, let me ask you, how's everything looking in New York? Because I've had a hard enough time just keeping up with the Dallas Cowboys. What's going on in New York City? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're feeling good about your team right now. Damn, that's going way back. They're saying there's no sound? Can't hear anything from Mark and Wind. I'm muted? No, let me see. Hold up. Can they hear you? Because hold up. you hear me? Okay, hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Can't hear him. Can't hear Jess. We can hear Mark, but not the panel. Okay, so I need. Okay, let's try that. Can't, oh, you can hear me. Okay, see if you hear the chat now.
Hello, can you hear us?
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Here.
Doing sign language.
Can you
Okay.
hear the words coming out of my mouth?
I hope. Let's see. Sound is good. Just can't hear the guests. We can only hear Mark last time this hall. Okay.
Hello, can you hear us? Now I heard myself.
I hear you guys echoing
I
in
don't
the
hear
background.
myself.
Hold on.
Sign language.
Can you hear the words coming out of my mouth?
Yeah, I hear me and Jess.
Yeah,
Okay.
you heard it.
Last time this hall.
Hi, Q.
Y'all should be in there. Oh, you can hear them now. Okay, they can hear you now. All right, there we go. Like I said, haven't used this since the draft for doing anything, so forgive me. We got it straightened out now. Okay, they can hear you now. Okay, so Jess, Uncle Jesse,
Yeah.
say again what you were feeling about your team.
I'm feeling optimistic because right now, Arville Reese and Abdul Carter are doing very well on their practices and all that. The secondary is driving with Don Delicio
Okay.
and our defense coach, Darnell Wilson. Everything's driving. Harbaugh's plan at the Smash Mouth. That's the plan implemented, and I can't wait to see I'm there. And like I said, I haven't seen this driving team and this culture before. Not even Judge, not even Dayball, not even, and the only time I've seen this like this before was with Coughlin. So going way back, but it's looking like the old days. So we'll see you in the battlefield here.
Okay. That's cool. So, are you feeling like you can challenge for winning the division?
Well, one day at a time. I foresee that, but one day at a time. I'm not going to say 7-0. Say one game at a time. But remember, the first few games, everybody's getting in football shape. Everybody's trying to drive with the schemes and all the planning and all the players, the coaches especially, because you have your new coaches. I got my new coaches. We shall see by the third or fourth game what we got.
Okay, let me shout out to everybody else that's in here. We got Joey Baker in the house. We can hear them now. We got Daniel in the house. What's up? I haven't seen you in so long. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I'm doing pretty good. My back has been bothering me, and it's basically Rob A said because I've been shoveling so much shit about the Cowboys. That's why my back hurts. It could be. It really could be. We got D Moore in the house. What's going on, D? It's nice to see everybody coming back now that football is back in swing and so forth. Damn, it's windy. Well, it's windy because all of a sudden these thunderstorms were trying to come through. So forgive me. When I set this up outside, it was actually beautiful weather, just a little bit hot. But now, of course, it's gotten windy. So, Holly, I got a question for you here. You sent me a link to a video about Caleb Downs looking at houses, right?
Yeah, yes.
So I was watching that, and I got busy. I got to the second house where they were in the closets, and they were... he was showing them all the different ways you can get to your clothes and everything else. And that house was like $9.8 million. The first house was the ranch that was actually a working ranch that makes money, right?
Right.
What was the third house?
My goodness, it was like 5.45 million, but my God, that's the I would love that. It had like a with the living room and beautiful bedrooms, and then it had on the other side of the kitchen another house, like a guest house. that was
Okay.
attached to it. So if you had guests, he was joking. He said, if your brother, when y'all play together, when y'all play, he can stay in one part of the house and you can stay in the other.
Okay.
And then it had a beautiful pool out there, and it was like 5.45, or it was between $5 and $6 million. But I would still pick the ranch one. But they didn't show him picking any house or
Okay.
anything. So
So, um, let me ask y'all: is the wind really bad and distracting? Because I can go inside and get the windscreen.
No,
Okay.
I don't hear it.
not
Some
at
people
all.
said it's really windy out. Okay. I'm
Well, you
hoping.
might want to get it for later, Mark. You might want to get it for later when the storm does come towards you.
Yeah. So here was my thing, because there was an article that came out about Dak was reaching out to Terrell Owens. T.O., of course, who made almost $80 million in his career, basically lost all of it. He had bad investments, and of course the child support and attorney's fees and everything else that, he said he'll be okay because he's got his Hall of Fame jacket and stuff, but the fact that he's gone broke. And so I relate that to what we saw with Caleb Downs, because immediately, these guys get paid. They get a whole bunch of money and they think, man, I'm on easy street. Somebody like LeVar Arrington, he ended up having 7 houses. So he said, that way I can sleep at a different house every day of the week. Well, once the football dried up, they all went. So when I was looking at the houses here, if it was me, it would be a no-brainer. It would be the ranch, because it was on acres and acres and acres and acres of land. It's a farm that you could end up, breeding all of these racing horses or horses. I'm not sure if they're racing horses or not.
They were race
They were
horses.
racing horses. And see, the difference that people won't understand is that $10 million house. Oh yeah, that's a show house. That's incredible. But I can guarantee you, even if you pay cash for it, what it's going to cost you in taxes in maintaining it, and so on. When you're done with football, that house is going to be a liability. Up, here comes the rain. It is actually raining now. That house
Told you.
that's a ranch, that can be a moneymaker. And let's say the area grows. A data center might decide they want to buy it for all these multiple millions of dollars, or a housing development. The good Lord ain't making any dirt. The wise one would be that one that is producing income versus the one that's going to cost you, because on top of it, because it's a business, you can write off the electricity, the taxes, the farm equipment, paying the people. It's a business. It's going to create income as opposed to being a liability. And that's the thing that a lot of these players don't have financial literacy to understand this. They just look and say, I want this big ass house. I want to get all of these great cars. I'm going to buy mama a house. Then I get all the hanger-ons that are going to be there, with their hands out. And when your money is gone, when you're done in football, you ain't getting that shit back. It is gone. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. The ranch one, the house, he said, they said the only drawback, the house would have to be refurbished, but you can get that money from what you're making from the horse training.
You could go here's
That would pay for it.
I mean, let's say he spent $1 million.
I'm not an expert on it, but
things have gotten a lot more expensive now, and I'm realizing that I'm too cheap. I did a ground level deck for this lady, and I did it for $8,000, and she was thinking that was just going to be the price for the materials. I was like, no, that's the whole thing. She's like, well, the lady up the street, she got one that was smaller, and hers was $13,000. I was like, oh fuck. And if you see the lift and TV setup that I did over here, I built it, including the TV, for $600. It's $4,000 if you bought one and had it delivered to your house to do the same thing without the TV. And I'm just like, it ain't worth that, but that's the going rate. But even if you spent $500,000 in renovations on it, at least it's a $5,000 investment that you've got land, and it's a business.
Mark, I'll be right back. I got to run to the kitchen.
Okay. All right, man. Well, fix me. Hey, can you bring me back a sandwich? I'm hungry.
Yeah, I need a bottle of water.
Yeah, well, I got my Cowboys
Give me a
cup of
beer.
water. A Crown's in the house. What's up? Marcus
Yeah,
Blackmore in the house. What's going on? Dan's in
it's a
the
lot of
house.
money in the question.
Dan.
It's a lot of Bud Light.
Nah, I don't need any. I don't need any
My
alcohol.
man. My man.
We literally just got like 2 sprinkles, and now it looks like it's gone. So I guess
So you just got TT'd on, basically.
I don't even think it was enough to be
got
TT'd
tinkled.
on. It was like it was a couple of drops. You know, I've been wanting to really test out the
You got
roof here, but it
tinkled.
won't get tested. Not,
Well, I'm waiting for the lightning bolt to hit the tree back there, the stray lightning bolt.
oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, I don't.
That'd be your luck.
Well, you know,
As long as
blame.
it doesn't hit me, okay? I tell you what, it would break the internet. Man doing live stream
yeah,
outside during thunderstorm, tree gets hit by lightning behind him. I can see that now. That would be crazy.
1 billion likes. 1 billion likes.
I tell you what was kind of crazy though, was the other night I was out here sitting in the chair right here behind me, and a skunk just walked in. And it was just like, he looked and he's like, oh, there's a person here. And then he turned around and went the other way. I was like, what the fuck? So I found out that they don't like lemon smell. So I've got lemon peels and stuff I put all around here. I got skunk away sprayed and everything else. So we are definitely with Mother Nature here. So with the Cowboys, and Thomas is gone, so I'll ask him when he comes back. It seems like after everybody going crazy on B.A.M, that the bandwagon has the wheels fall off. And it sounds like they are a little bit concerned now about linebacker. One, he's got the groin injury, which is going to slow his development. But I kept looking and saying, yeah, he's looking good in the first couple of practices, but he's still a rookie. And do we want to say we're good with the rookie being the blue dot? Or do we need to go ahead and make that move for Jordan Brooks, or bring in a veteran like Bobby Wagner? Thoughts? Holly? I know, Jess, you don't have any thoughts on that.
Well, I have a feeling they're going to wait and see what they got so far, because B.A.M, there's 2 others also with a groin injury. I know Bullard is one of them. I can't remember who the other one was.
Yeah, you're always going to have these soft tissue injuries. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that kind of an injury, a groin injury.
Yeah, because he's not going to be out for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Right,
So it's
it's
not
not
like
Hey,
that.
Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
but-
Me being neutral, being serious, you know how I am.
Mm-hmm.
You should wait for 1, the injuries that certain players have, and 2, see how your defense jives. Your 3rd or 4th game, then you can tell if you need some help or not.
Yeah, but
That's
see,
what I do.
I think
hear
they're
what you're
gonna.
saying on
They're
that. But here's my thought is, you know, like for example, people will say, well, wait till the trade deadline to go ahead and bring in, you know, and go get Max. Well, we got Quentin Williams, and he did help. But what if Quentin Williams was there during the offseason and during training camp to actually learn what we're doing? You know, at least know everybody's name. If Max Crosby can help you win some games going down the stretch, then he can probably help you win some games early on too. And when you think about now, there's only 11 padded practices that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You've already had so much work is done at OTAs and mini camp. Once training camp is over, you have, game day Sunday. Monday is basically see the trainers and film study. Tuesday's your day off. You don't get on the field till Wednesday, and you only have like 11 padded practices during the season. So if you bring somebody in, they're not getting practice at real speed. They're basically coming in, and now they're playing in a game, and they're expected to know what you're doing. I don't believe in this, let's just wait. No, get the people in here now, get them worked up and coached up now to what you're doing. And maybe I'm wrong, but I say Kenny Clark probably would have been more effective if he had had more than a week before the first game. Oh,
yeah, there's co's and there's I know what I'm
Pros.
trying to pros and cons to each side of it. There, whether we get them now or we wait. There's always a pro or con
Well, the pro
to it.
is if you wait
Yeah,
until after the season starts, then it'll save you money.
right.
And
I
you don't
yeah.
necessarily have to pay them the full salary because a couple weeks. That's why we ended up doing Clowney. But if Clowney had been here working out, maybe he gets 2 or 3 sacks because he started out kind of slow, and he picked it up as the season went on.
Yeah. If they can get somebody like Bobby Wagner or even Von Miller right now, just to at least help out with the rookies, the veterans showing how it's done, I wouldn't even mind that. But with Max and Brooks, being a bigger commitment,
It's raining.
it's hard for me to know how to answer on that
Okay.
right now. I really want to see their first scrimmage game before I give any.
All right. I tell you what, Howie,
You know what I'm saying?
Keep talking with Thomas. I'm just
Okay.
going to put a little cover here, make sure my computer doesn't get wet.
Okay. Hey, Rob. Hi, everybody. Hi, Logan.
Robbie, what's up, brother?
Hi, Spanky.
Sugar Daddy. Jake
Hey,
Moon.
Thomas. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
This
Sitting
is
there
Anthony.
watching WNBA.
Spanky's being his normal, the fresh. Hey, Tay.
Sitting watching WNBA, watching Dallas and Minnesota.
Hi, Comic Flick Fusion. How are you doing? He says Von Miller is really thirsty to play. He just posted a post about Dak with a Super Bowl trophy in the locker room, saying, "Why not? Why not?" Laughing out loud.
You know what? You know what? I've been my ears have been a little low on these YouTube streets, and I've been hearing, and I don't know if it may happen. I've been hearing that they already have a contract in the works for Von Miller. But
That'd be good.
don't quote me. Von Miller had already let it be known that, I don't feel like, I'm a veteran, and I don't feel like, working out with the young boys right now. And Stephen had already done hinted that he don't talk with somebody on they want to sign, and kind of put 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, damn, it can't be nobody but Vaughn or it got to be one of the guys who we've been talking about all this longer time.
And watch it be somebody totally that we weren't expecting. That would be what would be funny. I have with Jerry and Steven, you don't know.
Yeah.
No,
What's the status of Vita Vey? Has Vita Vey been picked up yet?
I don't know.
I haven't heard nothing from him.
Exactly. So, it's hot in Texas.
Oh, it is. I think it's already 98 degrees, getting hotter.
That's the thing. Tony Boo.
Hi, Tony.
Logan,
Hey, Dan.
what's up? Logan.
Well, Spanky, right now, all we got is hypotheticals because we have no idea what's going to happen.
There's no football except for the practices. Come on, guys. And it's all quiet on the Western Front with the big wigs, the big heads.
Tay, don't trust Steven.
Oh, God.
Oh, Buck said they're not moving Vita, according to Rob.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Okay, Rob, thanks for the information.
I kind of heard that too. I kind of heard that Tampa Bay is not going to move him.
Dirty.
Hey,
Damn
Logan,
dirty.
which NASCAR is on? Which track?
I agree, Rob.
Rob, I do too. I agree.
I'm good at my linebackers right now. They're driving. Edmonds and oh my God, Arvo Reese. They're driving real well, training them there. So
Well, Spanky,
shall
don't
see.
you think you ought to worry about who's going to be at your left tackle? Heard somebody got really hurt.
Who is that? Talking for the Cowboys, Holly?
No, for Commanders.
oh, that was what's his face. Oh, just talking about yesterday on Lloyd's channel.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Dang.
Chad, which one was it? Got hurt in DC.
He's an all-pro. As a matter of fact, he's
Just
a Pro
talking
Bowl.
about it. He had a lower injury.
Tonsil.
Oh, thank you, Robbie.
Tricep.
Yeah, I knew it was lower in the tricep. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's out for the year.
Ow, that's an ow.
One triceps.
You know who's probably
Yeah, Dan wants to wait till the deadline to see about if we need Crosby or not.
well, knowing your owners will probably pick up. Just make a splash though. Pick them up.
Hi, JD. How are you doing?
The only way they're gonna do that with picks.
Me and Nippy, we was talking about it, and he asked me about the Mets CrossFit thing, and I told him, I said, hey, bro, hey, if our defense is kicking ass, if we're in the top 15 in defense,
Okay.
You're pushing it top 15.
If we can just be if we can just be mediocre,
Yeah,
that's
top
gonna be an
15. That's pushing it,
improvement.
but you don't know what you got right now.
I say top 10, top 15 in defense.
10. Gee.
Top 10. No, I'm just saying. If we are, up there kicking ass in defense, no, I pass. I pass on
A
that.
lot on your plate there, buddy. That's a lot on their plate.
Yeah, Rob says Dallas giving up more draft capital when you don't have many picks is silly. Wait and see what you have.
Okay. Can you hear me? Oh, I guess you guys
Yeah.
probably
Yep.
could hear me when I was out in the shop cutting some wood and shit, right?
Yep.
Didn't hear it.
Okay. I literally just made a cover. Okay. There we go.
Mark,
Yeah.
who was that lineman that got hurt for Washington yesterday?
They
Larry
just said it was Tunsil.
Yeah,
Tunsil.
Tunsil.
Mister, let's go ahead and smoke some weed here.
Yeah.
With the gas mask and stuff. Yeah.
Well, he's going to use it now for medicinal.
Yeah, that's huge. That's their left tackle. Of course.
I know.
Yeah.
I know Muzzle's steaming.
He's an all-pro.
Yeah.
Hi, Danelle.
Okay. All right. So we're protected here, and we're getting some
Amen.
rain. I love it because we need the rain bad. So this is a first for Joe Blue
Told you.
Sports. We are live from our studio here in the rain, literally, and we've got our ceiling fans going. We've got everybody's in the house. We got Danelle's in the house. What's up, Danelle? How are you doing?
Hot, Mark, but I'm good, man.
You're good. Oh, you're not driving your truck today?
I'm on orders with the military for 2 months, so I'm not driving.
Oh, okay. All right. Shout out to you, and thank you very much for all you do.
No, you got to get in the military vehicle, buddy.
Yeah, had to spent the whole weekend with my girl today, so.
Make a move for a better.
When the-
Okay, so shout out to Rob A. Rob A. Yeah, actually, Rob, I actually have been having some back spasms, and maybe you're right. Maybe it's from all the shoveling, from all the shit I've been talking. That I'm shoveling some shit. That could be it. Okay, hold on. I got to move real quick here. Just need to do one more thing here. I got to move my
I
lights.
told you to get the screen before
so you can see
time.
me a little better.
Oh, that's
Take down the
clean.
plastic.
He's like dum da da dum 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 da da dum dum.
I've had everybody and their sister working against me here the last couple of days. It's been hard, but the show must go on regardless. Okay.
Left rock strikes.
Okay.
Yeah, Murphy's Law has to pop up once in a while here.
Oh, Murphy's Law. Shit. Not the Murphy's Law.
Yeah, it's been trying to do
Murphy's
some damage to me. Okay, so Rob A said, what did Rob A say about, trading for draft picks? Okay, so here's my thought. If I end up taking a first round pick in 28 and get Max Crosby, do we think that we're going to be able to, that there's a guarantee that we'll get somebody as good as Max Crosby in the first round?
Most definitely not, Mark.
You know, Mark, I told the panel right before you came back, if our defense is kicking ass, I pass on Max Crosby. Don't need him.
Well, here's where you have to almost say Max Crosby would be a luxury. I think your urgency is actually going to be linebacker.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think that's going to be more important because you can look at it and say, okay, here's my pass rushers. I got Rashawn Gary, who is an 8-9 sack a year guy.
Consistently.
Donovan EZ, looks pretty good. Sam Williams, he's in a contract year, but he's looked pretty good right now. He's serviceable if he just stops with the stupid penalties.
We got James Houston.
You've got Houston. You've got
Merritt Leofau.
and then on top of all of that,
you look at that.
that.
Well, you look at that and say, okay, it's not the best out there, but traditionally, the best edge rushers aren't winning Super Bowls. Linebacker-wise, you're saying Barham is the best of the lot, but he's a rookie. D. Winters, they haven't talked a whole lot about with D. Winters, so it makes me wonder, what are we getting? Overshown.
From what I've heard, Mark, he's pretty solid. From what I've heard, Mark, from the Cowboys YouTube channel with Inside Training Camp, they said with D. Winters, they're getting a steady hand at linebacker, but the concern is the Cowboys may need a green dot guy, somebody to the equivalent like Eric Kendricks, for instance.
Yeah, he's not a flashy player, but he's a dependable player.
Right.
But guys, Danelle, that's practice. Live fire is live fire. You won't know until, like I said, third or fourth game. You will know.
That's why you want yourself a good veteran, maybe like a Bobby Wagner and Eric Kendricks, guys who know when the bullets start flying, they'll do their job.
Danelle, I've been saying it for the longest. I've been saying Bobby Wagner for the longest, Danelle. But everybody, but everybody's so lusting. Everybody's lusting for that sexy name.
Yep.
And
Stop that. You're falling back into your old habits.
Yeah.
You're falling back into your old habits.
You should have pulled the trigger on Brooks when you had a chance.
Well, I don't know that I think they still have the chance on that one. But I think what it is.
They signed him, didn't they? I think Miami signed him.
Yeah, but see, didn't you ended up having Cleveland sign Myles Garrett and then restructure his contract? They made his contract very tradable. But see, what I think they're doing is they're looking for draft capital for the future.
Because the Dolphins, we all know, are rebuilding. So it's like, okay, we paid Brooks this money, but does Brooks want to stay on a rebuilding team to where eventually his contract's going to become dirt cheap, and then he's going to want a new contract, and he may not want to stay with Miami.
Right, and the thing is you can look at it this way: if you can get a second round pick for him, the $15 million that you're paying is just basically buying a second round pick.
Yep.
So you're not going anywhere. You're desperate for draft capital because you're literally cap hell. So they're looking for a better pick, is what it is. And everybody. Go ahead.
And let me ask y'all: do y'all honestly think at this point should the Cowboys even look at getting any older era players? Because I remember, Mark, I was talking to my boy Colbreth, diehard Cowboy like yourself. I asked him about guys like Bobby Wagner, Von Miller, Joey Bosa. He looked at me side-eyed, saying, "Why would the Cowboys want to bring in older players when under this new regime?" We want to see what these young guys got. If we bring in older players, it's going to take them longer to learn the system, most likely. You run the risk of them possibly getting more hurt, whether they're at, practice or in a game. Plus, we can end up stunting the growth of our current guys. Because how would Malachi Lawrence feel if the Cowboys went and brought in a Von Miller, a Joey Bosa? He's going to look at it as, you don't believe in me enough. That's why you went and brought in these vets.
Okay, so let's look at it a different way here. Let's say when we played San Francisco 49ers and we didn't bring in, and we had brought in some vets and guys that could play, as opposed to having Marquez Bell. You know what? If you need to say, fuck your feelings, leave those motherfuckers at the door. If you can play great, your ass will be on the field. That's the bottom line. I need to have guys that can play right now instead of what if. The second part I'll put on this is, when you think about Von Miller, how his career started, where he had problems with PEDs. I can't remember if it was domestic violence or something else he had. He had something else that happened. And he first was looked at as kind of a knucklehead that wasn't going to be in the league for long. He turned himself around. Now, a guy like Von Miller, he played kind of a role last year. He wasn't a full-time starter. He was a guy that would come in, give you a few rushes and things like that and get off the field. He can teach these guys and be a coach on the field, in my mind, in the same way Clowney can be. Was Clowney a detriment to the younger guys?
No.
Right? I don't think he was. Because you could say, okay, well, he stunted their growth. They didn't do shit when they had the opportunity. So I have no problem bringing in a veteran. I would rather have an older guy that knows what he's doing, that's been there and won and had us a ring, and say, hey, young pup, this is what it takes. Especially with a guy like Von Miller, who understands being in trouble and creating his next business. And I would say a guy like that would be motivated to be in Dallas because he's wanted to be here for a long time. But that's just me.
Sounds like, Mark, what you're saying is, if we bring in a guy like, let's say, a Boza or a Von Miller, we're hoping they turn out like a Robert Quinn, for instance, who we got from the Rams, or maybe like a George Selby, because a lot of people forget about that guy in 2016.
Was one of my, it wasn't 2016. That was like 2012.
16.
No.
I remember 16.
No. He was not with Dak.
And like, and I can see the same thing. I can see the same thing if we were to bring Robert Wagner in, because these two, these are gold jacket motherfuckers. You hear me?
That's what I'm saying. With rings.
They're on their way, and with rings. They're on their way to Canton. That's their next stop. Hell yeah, if it was me.
George Selby was 2013 and 2014. He was there with the catch, no catch.
Oh, okay. But
in that 2013 season, it was crazy because before that season, he had 3.5 sacks in his first 4 years in the NFL, or 3 years in the NFL. And then he ended up coming in and getting 7 sacks with us that first year. But yeah, I like George Selby. And even a guy like, you think about Dante Fowler when he came in. I think he was actually good for the development for a lot of the guys. At this point in their careers, Bobby Wagner and Von Miller aren't like Jason Witten. See, Jason Witten was a detriment to us when he came back. Jason Witten said, yeah, I'm going to be, that mentor and that guy and everything else. But Jason Witten didn't come off the field. And Jason Witten, at the point where he was, I think people hoped that they would go to Jason Witten as opposed to going to anybody else, because you knew he would catch it, but he wasn't going anywhere once he caught it.
True. But Jason Witten was also old reliable. That's one tight end, but I never had no worries about, and that was Jason Witten.
Yeah, but the last couple of years, he was getting like 5 yards a catch, and he couldn't break a tackle to save his life.
Yeah, he barely could move.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing about old players, though, buddy, they give that knowledge and wisdom that'll inspire the troops. Like, we got Odell Beckham. Yeah, he's long in the tooth. Probably retires at the end of this year. But he's giving our young guys, our young receivers, some knowledge and seeing how he plays and how he reacts to things. That helps in the long run. He doesn't have to be a starting player. It's the fact that he's telling them, well, this is what I did. This is what I did. And this is what you should do, because they already know. They're almost done.
Let me say shout out to Tamara. Tamara said that Kenneth Murray was a detriment. That dude didn't help anyone. But I would say there's a big difference between Bobby Wagner.
Wrong way, Murray.
Okay. I'd say there's a big difference between the two of those guys. Okay. That the other guys, they got a ring that they can show. A guy coming from Tennessee, he ain't much you can show me, bro. Ain't much you can show me.
And see, Mark, that's the reason I don't mind either Bobby Wagner or Von Miller, because of that experience.
So my thing is, has Jerry Jones or them even reached out to anybody? Or are they just blowing the smoke like they always do? Or is this just something we're saying as a group saying we should get this guy? I mean, are they on the phone with anybody?
Okay.
Doing anything?
Here's the difference of Jerry always blows smoke, but Jerry, it's kind of strange because Jerry hasn't fucked shit up. Jerry always talks a whole lot of shit. We're all in, we believe in this team and everything else. But you got Will McClay who's saying that they're making calls and looking to get players on both sides of the ball. Okay, Stephen Jones, and everything I say about Stephen Jones, player acquisition is a 365-day-a-year job. When he says we believe in our own guys, what did he do? We believed in our own guys. We didn't do shit. He doesn't lie to you, and he doesn't know how to disguise what he's really thinking. So when he says we're actually looking to add an impact player, that one I would more so believe than Jerry Jones.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know if the impact player he's talking about is going to be Brooks or Crosby. That's the only thing.
Brooks.
Yeah.
Brooks like that deal. He wants to be there.
Why don't we just see what we got?
Yeah.
Do we not have faith in the guys we drafted?
I do have faith, but I'm not sure that I believe in a rookie, B.A.M, being my starting green dot middle linebacker.
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure for a rookie.
Micah Parsons, when he was a rookie.
But Micah, keep in mind though, Micah Parsons was already out the gate good, kind of like Caleb Downs. With Caleb Downs and guys like the Micah Parsons of the world, you know what them guys got in them. You know they can do it. B.A.M, on the other hand, he's never been a green dot when he was at Michigan. So we don't really know if he actually can handle it. Same with Overshown. Overshown was never a green dot.
Yeah.
We experimented here. It's better to go get a Bobby Wagner or a what's that boy from Miami? Not Brooks. The other one, Terrell Dotson. I think his name is Dotson.
Yeah.
Yes, he's had green dot experience. The Cowboys want to look at getting in linebackers who have done the green dot.
We got Tay Cowboys in the house, or Taco Cowboys, as some people like to say. And we got
She's delicious.
Gina Dallas Diva in the house, too. We are leaving training camp. Our defense looks hell of a good, Cowboys Nation. It's definitely better than what it was. But then, that ain't saying much because it was some ass last year. Here's my thing is
why I say
I'd rather
overbuild.
What?
Then that's the reason why I say Bobby Wagner is your guy if you want to get a middle linebacker, because everywhere he's been a green dot.
Well, Vinny said something about Sweat, so that's not happening. You don't think?
What has Wagner done in Washington though last year? He didn't.
Dream there, Vinny.
Here's the thing with Wagner. You know what? Because Wagner is not. He's a liability in pass coverage. I mean, at this point,
That's the only issue he is.
okay. But if I'm using him as a first and second down guy, my problem is with Overshown, I don't think he's a thumper that can be that middle guy if he has to be. I worry about him being able to hold up. So anywhere that I can go ahead and say this is definitely run situations and I can put Bobby Wagner out there to take on those hits, I'd rather do that and try and save him. For me,
Not to mention too. Oh, same.
I feel like if the coaches can coach these players up, why not just roll with that? Because that's been all along. All along, we've had a lot of good players come and go in Dallas. But the problem I think I've seen all along is the coaching, the ability. And I think that, CP and I think that Shoddy are good teachers. And I think they're good enough to coach these guys up, because Eberflus, he wasn't good enough. Obviously, Mike McCarthy wasn't good enough. Jason Garrett definitely wasn't good enough. So I just say, let's let our coaches cook and go from there.
There you go.
True, but there's an old saying, there's no such thing as too much firepower. And I'd rather have good coaches that have way too much ammunition and firepower in the game than guys with less. So to have more great players and you already have good coaching, it's a recipe for victory, because a lot of the teams we've seen recently win Super Bowls, Tampa, Kansas City, Philly, LA, they had great coaching with an exorbitantly high amount of talent to win. And
Seattle don't have a lot of talent.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tom.
They had one of our guys at D-Law, but I wouldn't say they had a lot of talent. They had a well-coached team. Same thing with New England. I wouldn't say New England had a lot of talent, but they had, they got their guy back. They got Vrabel back, and a lot of players bought into it. A lot of players were excited when they got Vrabel. Not to mention Buffalo down year.
Think about
to say that those teams didn't have talent, especially when you're talking New England. I mean, this is the same Patriot team that had a perfect season. Yeah. They had a perfect season, just fell short against the Giants, and
all those players are retired.
Yeah,
this is totally different.
Yeah, but it's just that I'm always kind of jealous that a lot of teams always have great talent on offense, defense, and good coaching and win Super Bowls. And every time I look at the Cowboys, it's like they fell short on offense. They fell short on defense. It's like we're always top heavy. We're never balanced on both sides, like the Jimmy Johnson era Cowboys. They were good on all three sides of the field. That's why no team could beat them.
Coaches, you had Mike.
The reason they were. Oh, go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
I keep seeing this. Rob, Momo made the Pro Bowl last year. Dallas having Pro Bowl players isn't a flex. I've seen a couple people saying that Momo is this another one of his delusional AI videos or something. Everybody keeps talking about Momo made it. Okay. The thing is, as far as having Pro Bowl players, you need more than just 7 or 8 guys to make it. That's why, people say, well, you should have kept DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence on himself wasn't the difference maker. He was a cog in the machine. It's not about just having 8 great guys and then chicken salad for everybody else. You need to be good across the board. And yes, the offense we had played great last year. But when you looked at defense, sorry, that shit was some ass. And typically, because we rely on, Zeke Elliott, Tyron Smith, and, Tony Pollard, those guys got run into the ground that by the time playoffs came around, most of those guys were battered and bruised. Tyron Smith comes back from, a torn off the bone hamstring. Tony Pollard's got plantar fasciitis. Zeke Elliott's got a hyperextended knee that he got in the middle of the season. And so when you all of a sudden have all these guys that are now 60, 70% of what they were, and your backups are crap, you're not going anywhere. That's been the problem with the Cowboys. Yes, we have a few great players, but overall as a team, the rest of it, most of the guys couldn't start on other rosters.
Especially Lyle Collins.
Oh, shit. Yeah, they
anymore.
Lyle Collins they ruined because they took him from being a really good guard to trying to make him a tackle. And the Cowboys, that's one of the things that drive me crazy is you get a player who's really good at a position, well, we want to make you something else.
Yeah, and he became one of the most penalized players in the football league for a while.
Rob, you have the point.
Robbie,
I meant when they moved him to a different position, and he did more penalties than anybody that I know of when they moved him.
One of the things Rob A just pointed out,
if they're not all pro,
remember a lot of the playoff teams, most of the playoff, all the playoff teams going to have injured players when they get into the playoffs, man.
Right. But
It's not. It's everybody.
But here's the thing with the Cowboys, because even back when Tony Romo, we had 8 guys that had 50% of the roster of the salary. And so if you're paying half of the team to 8 guys, then you've got a whole bunch of guys that have to play valuable time that are veteran minimums.
Well, the only players that's really getting paid right now is what, Dak, CD. We didn't pay Micah.
George Pickens.
George Pickens on the franchise.
No, this okay. Right now, when you look at this roster, collectively, you're still top heavy with a lot of players, CD, but you have actually better players going down the line. You know, we would have Jason Witten, Tony Romo, Dez Bryant, DeMarcus Ware. Who else would have been great back there? That were basically sucking up all the money, and then you would end up having nobodies after that. And you can.
And Mark,
yeah.
That's why I was just about to bring up before the segment started that one thing I'm noticing under Shoddy that's different under the Jason Garrett and the Mike McCarthy era is recently they did some transactions. They overturned some players on the back end, like Dominic Richardson, the UDFA. Mm-hmm. They got rid of him. They replaced him with the leading rusher from the UFL, which isn't saying much, and Deshaun Corbin. Yeah, Deshaun Corbin. Now, I don't know much about him except he played on, G-Man's team for a brief time, and then he bounced around a bit. But the one that I like the most is the waiver claim of Zach Coombs, because when you look at his RSA, which is the stats they use for draft day, all of that stuff is in the green. His athleticism, his explosiveness. So I was like, this might be one of those late edition walk-on guys that might just make the roster, because in all honesty, Coons is a really good tight end. He started at Penn State, went to ODU. And of course, he was played on terrible teams like the Jets and the Raiders, but this is a very athletic tight end, and he can block. Mm-hmm. Because with Princeton Fant out for the season, now the tight end room really is going to consist of, Ferguson, Span Ford, and whoever can emerge as our tight end number 3, which I'm hoping is going to be Coons, and then Michael Trigg.
Hi, everybody.
Trigg is an enigma to me.
Check this clip out real quick here. He didn't try to say divide the ball. Kind of got him. He got in the way. Watch it one more time.
But
Fantastic. That's just practice.
Okay. I got one more here I want to show you guys. And this is Dak to CD in the end zone.
got it.
Going deep. Oh. Like that. Oh, he's not slapping. Oh, shit. Okay. One more time. Shout out to CD. Okay. So
he caught that, but boy, he had to stretch it. He has to stretch out to catch that.
At least he didn't drop it.
Yeah,
I tell you what, this offense is going to be pretty good. Really good.
Yeah, CD's been working on putting the netting on, trying to help him to keep from dropping
CD
passes. Yeah. Is that what the purpose is for?
Yeah. Well, I think he's getting ready for the sun coming through the stadium here, being blinded.
Oh, okay.
No, but CD, I think, is actually feeling a bit of pressure from George Pickens. Right now, George Pickens looks, unstoppable right now. And you have to start saying, well, hey, wait a minute now. I could be replaced, because in the end, that's what football's about. We got you now, but we can replace you.
I don't know about being replaced because as many people first thought when we traded for for George Pickens, that was going to be what's going to happen. They think there's going to be some tension in that locker room. But as both those men said themselves at the NRG softball game, it's not a WR1, WR2. It's 1A, 1B. They look at themselves as both number one receivers and not as competitors, but colleagues, which if I'm the opposing team, I'd be worried about that. Nothing is worse than two number one receivers that look at themselves as equals and not as competitors.
I hear you on that one, but see, here's the thing. You hear people saying, and this was really interesting, because they were asking a question. I think it was John Machota was asked about could Ryan Fenoy be a number two if George Pickens ends up being two and done. What if it's George Pickens ends up being your number one and CD is the one that's gone? Because there's an out after next year on CD's contract. And one of the things the Cowboys do is they hold on to their players until the wheels fall off, instead of looking and saying, okay, it's going to hurt the Eagles to get rid of A.J. Brown, but they got a number one to get it back from him. You know what I'm saying? We end up having Tyron Smith, just basically we cut him and they go, we get nothing. We got DeMarcus Ware. We cut him, we let him go, we got nothing. We cut Dez Bryant and Zeke Elliott. You might look at it and say, would the Cowboys have been better trading Zeke Elliott instead of paying him?
Yeah, good point. But then again, my biggest fear is if we let CD walk, he feels some type of way about him.
No, I didn't say walk. You look what other teams do. They trade them and get value back for them. There's nothing worse than saying, let me pay this guy a boatload of money and let him walk. Let me try and get something to replace him with.
Yeah, but
hi, Donald.
Hi, everybody.
We rarely see the Cowboys do that, especially with wide receivers that wear that 88. Majority of those 88s have stayed their whole career in Dallas. From Pearson, Irvin.
I hear what you're saying, but think about it, though. If you traded Tyron Smith 4 years ago, and gotten something for him, you've been in a better position than just letting him play and just continue to go downhill. Same thing with Zeke Elliott. Zeke Elliott at that point, for us to sign him to that $98 million contract, you don't pay a running back that kind of money. You're better off
saying... remember though, Travis Frederick was a loyal Cowboy. Travis Frederick, as great as he is, many even NFL players wonder why he played for so little. He always played for Dallas for way less than his value. That's the one thing them Joneses love. They love players who take less.
I hear what you're saying, but something that Bill Belichick would do? I remember them in training camp, and I can't remember what the Pro Bowl offensive lineman guard that they had. During training camp, they traded him to Miami and got a second-round pick. You looked at guys that were, Seymour. He traded his ass to Cleveland. He made no bones about it. Hey, I love you, but I'm going to turn the roster over and I'm going to get more draft capital. They're a team that would win the Super Bowl and still have 12 picks the next year. We hold on to a guy where they are very expensive, top of the market salary, and they're diminishing returns. And maybe that's part of the problem of not winning, that Jerry Jones has his pet guys that, I wanted to be a Cowboy for life. I love the romanticized vision of that, but the reality says is, while they still have value, if I can get something and replace them with somebody who's cheaper, who has more shelf life, I'd be better off.
And the thing is, Mark, I've seen so many of your segments when you talk to Philly 500 and Dan Salio, and you talk about that, and you say the thing about Jerry is Jerry genuinely loves his players a lot. And that goes to that whole thing we always say, he meddles too much. And when he meddles, he makes it personal. Versus Kraft and all these other guys like Jeffrey Lurie, they keep themselves distant from the team. They're only worrying about the X's and the O's and the victories. It's like, are we winning? That's all that matters.
Yeah, but
they don't care about how the player feels and what they've gone through. It's like, you are a player. You are not my family.
See, here's the difference. As much as it pains me to say is Howie Roseman is a fucking genius, okay? He has no problem moving off of a guy. No problem whatsoever. And
he's
vicious.
he's bloodthirsty.
I will say that he has it set up that he can move on from everybody next year without any pain and be ready to rebuild again. The fact that they finally won their first Super Bowl ever, and he had no problem getting rid of their coach. Doug Peterson, bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you.
No shit.
And he had no
That was
problem.
shocking they did that.
If Brian Schottenheimer won the Super Bowl, you think that Jerry, if depending on how long he lived, that Jerry Jones would get rid of him after what happened with Jimmy Johnson? Hell no. We kept Jason Garrett for 10 years. 10 freaking years. Howie
it wasn't just Jerry, Steven too. Steven Jones was probably the same thing his dad did.
I love it, Rob A. I love that Coach Clapp.
No, but if things go south, if the West Coast offense doesn't work with Jalen Hurts, they can move on from him. They got another first round pick in 28.
That's a given.
You know
I mean, even Rob agreed with me. He said if he doesn't comply or does what he needs to do, he's out. And they got draft picks to get somebody else.
That's the thing.
Dreamin', I've actually asked Eagle fans in my National Guard unit. Some of them keep thinking it's not a business thing. They think it's because Jalen Hurts is black and he's the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl for Philadelphia. They look at it as that's why they want to get rid of him. I was like, what?
And their Phillies quarterback number 5 got him into so many NFC championships and then got him into the bowl. No, that's not the issue.
Yeah, because I don't know what it is with them, but I was like, man, I tell them, because they asked me, let's say Dak Prescott wins y'all a Super Bowl. I was like, if Dak wins a Super Bowl for Dallas, he's going to be here a lot longer than he should.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
Jerry, if we were to win the Super Bowl this year, I could see Jerry pulling Dak.
Oh, Dak would never play for another team again. He would never play for another team.
I was really hoping on this, though, that if the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, Jerry just says, I'm done running it my way. I'm finally going to hire a G. He surprises us with a GM and a president and all that.
But Danelle, I can see Jerry saying, hey, whatever you want. Whatever you want.
I don't know that I think Will McClay would be a good GM if he would actually be able to have the power to run it. Now, I don't know what Jerry's doing because, and I'm happy with what Jerry's doing. He hasn't fucked it up. Like Thomas would say, just don't do anything stupid. Jerry Jones has not made training camp about Jerry Jones. He's smart. He's stayed out of the way.
Mark.
Yeah.
As long as we don't have Hard Knocks there, we'll be all right.
We'll be listening to this.
Well, I think
Jerry.
I think Jerry is thinking about his legacy and he wants to hold it.
Can you guys hear me?
Damn. Yeah,
we hear you.
Hi, everybody.
Kid on a motorcycle here back in a 25-mile-an-hour zone, small street, and he's flying through here like a bat out of hell.
Well, I hadn't heard the crow.
Well, the crow, it's been weird because I see him. He's right over there. Just, he's staying close. And I'm wondering, is this somebody I know reincarnated or something?
Rashid.
I don't know. But he's been here like all day long.
Brother G-Man, you're here. Call if you hear
Nobody
me.
wants to. Kid Cowboy said nobody wants to pay big money for Dak. Okay.
What did I miss?
No, Kid Cowboy, our typical Cowboys hater. Rob A. Facts Charles. Let's see.
And he's a Cowboy fan.
He's trying to say he's not a, as I call, what's that one dude I used to watch on YouTube a bit, but he rants too much. He's not a Dak fanboy.
Well, there's a lot of people that aren't Dak fanboys.
Which one?
But there's too many, yeah.
I got people who hate me because I support it. And I'll be real with you. One of the things yesterday, my Facebook was deleted, and I didn't know if I was going to get it back or not. They did give it back to me, which was weird. I was like, okay, you just took it away for a day? All right. But that's where I kind of started. I started by originally I made Joe Boo, and everywhere I went when I was helping Tracy with United Way, I would take pictures of Joe Boo, like in front of the Eagles Stadium. I used to have like a little rubber tube in there, and it would be like he was pissing on the stadium. So I'd take him, just blow some water through it, and it literally looked like there's videos on there on Facebook where he's pissing out on the stadium. And so people would see me and say, "What are you doing? Are you crazy?" And I would say, "It's Cowboy Joe Boo here spreading the mojo, and we're telling the story. And now you're part of the story and take their picture." So there are thousands of pictures of people with Cowboy Joe Boo. I started doing YouTube because my daughter said, "You should have a YouTube channel." And nobody watched until I did a video of Dak Prescott after the Senior Bowl, and I said he'd be the perfect quarterback for the Cowboys, and nobody watched that video until Tony Romo got hurt, because everybody was trying to find out, what is this guy, Dak Prescott? And they found that video, and that's when people started listening to my channel. And so I guess in my heart, because of that, I equate this channel growing because of Dak Prescott. And maybe I'm too faithful to him because of that. But that was the impetus that got this thing started.
But hey, Mark, you're starting to sound like that what you just said about Jerry Jones loving his players.
It's true. But I recognize, though, I loved Roger Staubach. I actually loved Danny White. Danny White, unfortunately, they just couldn't get over the hump.
Roger Staubach was my quarterback. That was my favorite quarterback.
But what you have to recognize is, while they're here, I would just like them to say, let's try and do everything we can to try and win one. Because right now, you're in the best position you've been in a long time. And opportunities don't come around that often.
No. Nope.
And you think about the 22 team or the 23 team, if we had just gotten a run stuffer, if we had had a Quentin Williams and a Bobby Wagner, do you think we lose to San Francisco?
Oh no, you could put a Jonathan Bullard back there. We'd be good.
You see what I'm saying? You were so close that we think we got enough. Fuck that. I want to make sure I got enough. I don't let my gas tank get too low. I'm not running out of. I never in my life have run out of gas, because I'm gonna make sure I got more than I need.
Hey, Chance, did we have Antoine Woods in that 23 season?
What's that?
Played with Dallas.
Did we have Antoine?
Defensive lineman?
I can't.
At one time.
Thanks, Laurel.
Yeah, because I remember. He was a defensive tackle. He was, something like 5'11" and 310. He was, one of them.
They thought they had to answer Thomas when they had Antoine Woods. It's like, oh, we got big Antoine Woods from the Titans. Well, that guy should be good enough, not realizing he is not a one technique. He's a pass rushing defensive lineman.
Yeah, because I remember when he played at USC. Danelle, you're a Maverick fan, aren't you?
Was that a Maverick fan,
aren't you? Yeah. I heard about Don Nelson.
Condolences.
What happened?
He passed.
Antoine Woods passed away?
No, Don Nelson.
Oh, Don Nelson.
The coach from Golden State back in the day.
And see, my mother's a Golden State fan now. I got to go let her know that. Dang.
And plus, he coached Dallas, too.
And I thought when I found out about Aldon Smith passing, I was upset for a week when Aldon Smith died. Oh, man.
You guys hear Roger Craig has dementia?
Yes. Roger Craig.
Man.
All those headshots. You got, who was the other?
There was another one.
From the Packers.
Yeah, there's another one.
Damn. He's only 49, I think.
Rashad Gary.
37, almost 40.
Rashad Gary. He's got
Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Brooks. You talking about Brooks, the running back?
No, Parkinson. Parkinson.
Yeah.
That's Brooks, the running back.
I'm talking about Ahmad Green, the running back.
Ahmad Green, I mean Green, the running back.
Yeah, he had.
Dang, both him and Roger Craig played in Nebraska.
I'll be right back, folks.
Not together, though. Not together.
You guys are talking about Roger Craig?
Man, I don't know what it is. Philip Rivers, he played at Nebraska. Remember, he committed suicide. Remember him? Remember Philip Rivers?
Mm-hmm.
He used to play for the Rams, the one that got in trouble. He's in jail. And he committed suicide.
What's his name?
Oh,
Philip Rivers. Not Philip Rivers. No, not Philip Rivers.
No, it was Phillips. His last name was Phillips.
I'm sorry. Phillips.
Oh, you almost called a shock over here.
I can't think of his name.
You talking about Lawrence Phillips?
No, Lawrence Phillips. Yes.
Oh, damn, Loyal.
Lawrence Phillips.
The poor guy.
I heard his name right. I just
He did.
Damn, Lloyd.
Lawrence Phillips.
You're getting like me, man. I'm 60, so I understand why I keep confusing shit all the time.
Oh, Mark, I'm right behind you, man. I'm in 59. I know. I got about 5 months left.
Yeah, I'm
There we go. I can see y'all better and hear y'all better.
What, being inside now? Okay. All right. So
Yeah, switch to the tablet.
Well, it's still drizzling a little bit out here, enough to at least make the ground look a little bit darker, the dirt at least. I've rather enjoyed it, and actually it cooled it off. Shit, it was like 94 degrees. Now it's kind of chilly out here.
Hey, Mark, while I got you online, can I try and see if I can email you again, because my home address I don't think ever got to you.
CowboysMark94 at Gmail.
Cowboys Mark. Is your first name capitalized with an M?
Yeah. It doesn't matter though. It can
Mark94 at gmail.com. Let me see.
Think of Charles Haley when you think of 94.
Yeah, that's
greatest
what I thought.
Defensive player ever.
I thought of Charles Haley.
I don't know if he was the greatest ever.
Excuse me.
No.
I think Lawrence still has something to say about that.
I love Charles Haley, but he, in my opinion, he wasn't the greatest.
I mean, he was the greatest. He was the greatest thing for the Cowboys, especially because one of my boys, Harper, diehard Bang Bang 49er, he said himself, ever since Charles Haley and Deion Sanders went to Dallas, the 49ers couldn't win shit after that. And he said that's why I hate the Cowboys. Them two players ruined everything for San Francisco.
Well, I ain't gonna lie though. One of my favorite safeties of all time is Ronnie Lott.
Mm-hmm.
Or since
They don't make guys like that
that's why we're 42
They don't
because
make
I
guys
idolize
like
Lott.
that anymore.
Hey, guys, that's like right below Lawrence Taylor. Remember Reggie White, rest his soul.
I'm a USC fan, so I love Ronnie Lott.
I tell you what.
All right, Mark, I sent my email now. You should receive it.
42 because of him.
Let's see.
I know, right, Rob?
as a matter of fact, Charles Haley and went to Roger Craig's crib to let him know that he made it to fame.
Yeah, Mark, did you get my email?
Read, Rob.
I didn't know you were in DA.
Oh, my bad, Mark. Yeah, that's why I was trying to get that email sent to you, so you actually knew
Shit,
that.
man, you only.
Speaking of outdoor, are you
less than 3 hours away?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of outdoors, are you going to have the tailgate set up at your other house this year for football season?
Yes, we're going to be doing a lot there. We're going to be doing some there.
Back outside again.
Oh, also, Holly had said that she said Michael Trigg was an enigma, and I ain't gonna lie, she might have a point, because I talked to my man Samuel Loyal about that. He said, let's say worst case scenario, Jake Ferguson out for the season. Would you put Michael Trigg to take his place or put Zach Kuhns? I told him put Michael Trigg because they don't know what he can do.
Well, to take
Zach Kuhns, people have seen in the NFL.
He's definitely
wait a minute. Are you saying to if Jake Ferguson goes down, you're going to put him over who?
It was between him and the recently acquired tight end we got, Zach Kuhns. Because Jake Ferguson is the athletic tight end.
The guy that's coming, Brevin Spanford. That's the guy.
Resend the email to me, okay, and I'll make sure we do another one right now because we've got. It's been busy and stuff, and most of the stuff is back at home in Springfield. But send it again to me, email your address, and we'll get it out to you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If Jake Ferguson goes down, then Brevin Spanford,
the lake. Nice.
Brevin Spanford moves up to number 1.
Sharon, You're going to have catfish from the lake. That sounds good. Man.
I think Brevin Spanford would be the number one tight end if Jake goes down.
Spanford's a good blocker, but he's just not a field stretcher.
No, yes he. Have you seen him?
He's improved a lot
He's
this
having
year.
a great camp.
Camp, practice.
And he is.
Get him on the
No. He played. Look, he played good last year, and you could see that if he hadn't got hurt in training camp, I think set him back. But make no mistake, Brevin Spanford is the next guy in line. He is a huge target, and he can stretch the field.
Okay, I see your point. That I'll just have to see how he does, because the fact that he finally got a touchdown last season when he bulldozed Andrew Makuba, which I told my boy who I was watching the game with, who's an Eagle fan, what are the Eagles doing? Why would you put a safety on a big tight end like that?
For you, chat.
I'm sorry.
Like, I'm like, come on, people. Did y'all not? Did you not learn nothing from the Giants when they played Jason Witten and Jason Witten like ran over one of their safeties?
And actually, Jake Ferguson's having a good camp too.
Okay.
They say he's looking like himself.
Oh yeah, they said Jake Ferguson's kicking ass.
Yeah, they are. They say he's looking like his old self.
Joey, I tell you what, Joey, send it now so that way I can make sure I got it. Cowboys Mark 94 Gmail.
You're welcome, Chuck Cowboy.
I got Danelle's right now, and I'm checking to make sure I get it.
My thing is, everyone, when it comes to training camp, I'm more so paying attention to the back of the roster guys, like how Mark pointed out.
I'm with you.
At one point, a lot of good depth pieces, but when I look at both sides of the football with the Cowboys, none of the guys here, I would say for myself, like, okay, I want to trust these guys. I would trust these guys in a game. Like, I would trust some of these backup offensive linemen if need be to play a game, like an Ajay Cornelius, like a Trevor Keegan, like even that one girl that Holly mentioned, that Native American. I actually trust that Skip Peak guy to play tackle.
Voyage. His name is Voyage Pete.
Voyage. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, Voyage Pete. I would trust him to play in the game.
No way. I'm sorry. What's your name, brother?
Danelle.
I'm Donnie. There's no way no, brother. I'm not trusting any rookie.
Voyage, I think it's a project right now.
In a regular season, I'm sorry, no. And when you see those guys, you think they're going to be
thank you very
ready
much.
to play in the regular season? Come on.
Danelle, I know you're a diehard fan, but sometimes a man's got to have his limitations.
To be honest with you, I'm kind of nervous about the depth on our offensive line. It wouldn't surprise me at all when these guys get cut. Teams start cutting their play and they got to get down to 53. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the Cowboys went out and picked up some of these veteran offensive linemen they got released, because I'm kind of nervous about their depth on the offensive line.
I'm kind of worried about the starter on the offensive line.
I know you talked about that area.
Huh?
You talking about Guyton?
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Guyton. I'm not.
I think he's going to do a lot better.
I think he is doing a lot better.
Yeah. It's just his health is what I'm worried about.
It's just his health. If he can just stay healthy. It's not, when you look at Tyler Guyton, it's nothing about his skill set. It's not. With him, it's been him staying healthy and the penalties. He got better last year as far as the penalty. But when you look, when the Cowboys drafted Tyler Guyton, they knew that he was a project. Everybody knew. If you're in that draft world, you knew, okay, it's going to take, you say by year 3, we should see him progress to where the Cowboys thought he was going to be when they drafted him. And right now in year 3, this is the year. And so far, he won. He won the offseason. One of the players that won the offseason award. You can see the work that he's put on his body, that he's done to his body. So,
any word?
Yeah. So I'm not worried about him. I'm not, man. I'm not.
I can't fix stupid Rob.
Any word on Apache Chi, that Native American guy we got?
I haven't heard anything or seen what he's done in practice or anything. So that's why he may be a project.
He's a big time project.
But if it's not nothing bad, you may not be hearing nothing good about him, but you're not hearing anything bad. I'll take it.
No.
Dak got that kitchen built. Okay. I won't say Dak got this kitchen built. Okay. Kid Cowboy.
Because if there's any players I really do want to see get cut on that offensive line, it's Nathan Thomas. I'm done with Nathan Thomas. He's not that good. You tried him at guard. He can't play guard. Let him go. I'd rather go see what Ajay Cornelius can do.
I like to see Cornelius. Yeah, I like to see them play Cornelius at tackle because they're playing him at guard right now. But I think he's a better prospect than Nathan Thomas.
Well, that's another thing. The Cowboys coaching staff from the defense and offense, they're doing a lot of hybrid training because I was listening to it live on the inside training camp with Nicole Hutchison and company, and they was talking about they want these players to know multiple positions in the event that if we plug them into it, it's not a shocker to them. They know what they need to do.
Yeah. One thing I will say about, when it comes to the Cowboys players, whether it be the offensive side or the defensive side, I trust the coaches. I trust the Cowboys coaches. And so if the Cowboys coaches, if they let us know that, hey, they released a guy and we thought maybe, or we questioned that they released him, the first thing I'm going to fall back on is, hey, I trust our coaches. If the coaches didn't think he was good enough, I'm good with that. That's on both sides of the ball.
I disagree with you on just one of them. There's one coach I don't trust on that coaching staff, and that's Nick Sorensen.
Are you talking about the special teams?
Yeah, because the Cowboys special teams at one point was something I never worried about.
On that. I'm talking about like it's offensive line, defensive line, and stuff like that. But yeah, our special. I don't know why we got rid of Bones. I don't.
Nah.
I wish we would have kept him.
It's a major mistake.
Big mistake.
Yes, it is.
And now he's not even here in Tennessee no more.
He's not. So he's not coaching.
Hold it here. I love this. I 100% love this. Rob A says, you don't even know what you got in Parker. I barely trust my mama. I'm going to say this much, and you're right. We don't know, but what we've seen thus far, the attitude, if nothing else, of the players buying into what he's doing, seeing what Caleb Downs is already beginning to look like, going against premier wide receivers, okay? I agree. We don't know, but I can say there are some coaches out there you look at and say they're a difference maker. Al Harris was one of those. If you looked at what Diggs was and what Deron Bland were when he was here,
yes.
After he left, those two guys were shells of themselves. And he goes to Chicago. I believe Chicago led the NFL in interceptions last year. So don't say that coaching doesn't matter. Now, when Christian Parker came to the Eagles, I believe your secondary and your defense got a lot better. We'll see how they play without him on there, because sometimes coaching is a difference maker. I've got this fucking squirrel that's up in the tree here barking. That's got me kind of worried. Huh?
He's a Washington Commander fan telling you how he
is. I got a squirrel that's barking over here, and then I got a skunk that comes through at night. I'm fucking Dr. Doolittle.
Hey, Mark, I know squirrel knees. It's Momo saying, "Mark." Did I say something? Mark.
I don't see Momo anymore very much. I call Momo. It was funny. I called him to say, hey, man, you just signed Stephon Diggs. And he's like, you don't call me anymore. It's like, I'm on the phone with you, and I just called you. Okay?
And Mark, to your point, when you were talking about Al Harris, what's the corner that was on the Cowboys? He went to the Bears and he made the Pro Bowl last year. I think he led the Bears in interceptions.
Wright.
Yes. Yeah, Nashawn Wright. So, yeah, coaching matters. Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
But Is he still with Chicago? Al Harris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last
Yes,
year
he
was the
is.
first year there.
Yes, he is.
I'm telling you that he's going
Yeah,
to
he hasn't left yet.
he's going to become a defensive coordinator at some point, and I think
Yeah,
he'd be a good
yeah.
one.
I thought he was going to become one here with the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
the Cowboys at the time they didn't believe in
I was shocked that they let Al Harris go.
Well, the thing was, is he let the players get away with a lot of stuff, and that was the difference for Schottenheimer. That's what he didn't like. Schottenheimer has been all about the team culture and everything else, and
discipline.
discipline.
And discipline,
Al
yeah.
Harris was not that guy when it came to discipline of the players and stuff, and he felt like he let Diggs and get away with a lot of things, and so that's why they were like, "Nah, we're okay."
So I'm telling you,
Yeah, because what I heard with Shoddy yesterday, I think it was after that, I can't remember if it was after that practice or the one before, after everybody was done with the practice, then he let him have it.
It was before practice yesterday, Holly.
Before practice, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he let him have it because he
Yeah.
was not happy with something.
He wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
that's why I was like,
I'm pretty sure you guys know this guy. I don't want to mispronounce or get his name wrong. I think his name is he's an Eagle fan. He comes on he comes on Game Times channel a lot.
Joey, I got it. Boom. Thank you very much. I'll make sure Mike.
And yesterday he was arguing with DMV. I can't think of his name. Something. I can't think of his name. Anyway, this guy, man, Eagle Drew. Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Me and him get into it all the time.
That guy. Oh my goodness. See, I can talk football with anybody, but when you say stupid stuff, the conversation ends with me. It does, because I can't talk football with you. That's the problem I have with Eagle fans. First of all, they have this entitlement, like they are the greatest team that ever was assembled. Okay,
they're entitled.
Yeah, the entitlement, and it's like, wait a minute. Okay, you won 2 Super Bowls. Whoop-de-doo.
No,
you still haven't won more Super Bowls. You still at the bottom. You haven't won more Super Bowls than the Washington team. You haven't won more Super Bowls than the Giants, and you haven't won more Super Bowls than the Cowboys. Oh, so yesterday he was talking about, and the thing that makes me laugh. Why are you on a Cowboys content creators channel worried about the Cowboys? Because I think it's fear. I mean, it's like you can point out what we don't have or what we suck at or this type of thing, but you don't, when somebody combats you and says, hey, wait a minute, because he keeps talking about their wide receiver group and how these guys are going to make a difference and replace A.J. Brown. And I'm thinking, and then he talks about this, he talks about Hollywood Brown. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what has Hollywood Brown done in this league?
Right.
Come on. And then
you say that, man, because
what are they saying
Mark
about
Holmes was just talking to Philly 500 about that.
Yeah, I mean, but when he lost me, when I totally just cut up, I just stopped listening to him. He said something. He says that our offense. He says our offense is overrated. I mean, I can't listen to you. I can't talk to you because when you say something stupid like that. Because his whole point was that because we didn't have success in the red zone. Like, this is not a fixable thing. So our offense, totally ignoring that we were number 3 offense in the league last year?
Yeah.
But could imagine if we did
the red zone. But we
can't. Right.
Okay.
It's like he's speaking like we can't fix that. Like that's not an easy fix. That's a hard fix.
Oh boy.
Man, that guy got on my
fans
skin.
think that because they won the NFC East again, that's why they feel entitled. Like, we finally broke the NFC East curse.
Oh, man. It's funny. He talks about the defensive backs that he had, Cooper DeJean and I forget the other corner. Yeah. And, they asked George Pickens, what was his favorite catch last year? And George Pickens said, "Oh, it was a catch that I caught over two guys." Talking about the Eagles' defensive back last year, he said that was his best catch.
Mark, Rob A wants to come in.
And every time you see the Cowboys playing the
Rob A's
Eagles,
cool.
whether it be
That's all I can tell you.
whether it be
I'm not going to take
CD
an ass whipping for free. Okay.
burning these corners, or whether it be George
You're going to
Pickens
call me
burning
all
these
kinds of
corners.
names. You got to pay, brother.
Here's the thing, and I'm not trying to Eagles, Drew, but he's just passionate about his team. It's like we're passionate.
Okay, yeah, I get it, but you know what?
Oh, that's
He's
my
very
thing
passionate
is.
about it. And he told me,
Let me say
And you know
this.
what's sad?
Okay, what's that?
And you know what's sad? It's that I gotten to know Drew outside of the football thing. He's the nicest person you can ever talk to. But don't talk to him about football.
He's
Lord.
in the church or some
he's
shit.
passionate about his team. Like we're passionate about it.
Well, then he needs to learn how to speak the truth.
Hey, Mark.
We defend our team.
Rob flossing through my.
If he's a deacon at a church, he needs to learn how to speak the truth.
Rob
If he's gonna talk football.
He say, "Oh, Peter Lake."
Just become a channel member is all you got to do.
But the thing is, though,
Okay,
having
right.
people admit the truth about the Cowboys,
Fun.
I learned after a while when it comes to the Cowboys, they just move the goalposts because nobody wants to admit the truth about the Cowboys because you know what they'll say? Oh, I witnessed the truth about the Cowboys with my parents and my grandparents who had to listen to the monotony of the Cowboys in the 90s. Because Mark, Philly 500 said himself, he said, I already been through this. Been through this in the 90s. Everybody who's not a Cowboy fan back then had to deal with how about them Cowboys constantly because it was annoying them to death.
Yo, Danielle, I've been a fan 75 since my Giants. Trust me, I know what you're talking about. He needs nothing to the 80s.
But
We had to go through the ass whippings with the 49ers in the 80s.
is your name
yeah.
Jess? Is your name Jess or Jesse?
Yeah.
Jess.
Yes.
Okay, Jess. Even Giant fans, and I'm from Jersey. Okay, I'm from Jersey, so I
Was New Jersey, born and raised.
I kind of have a liking to the Giants because I'm from Jersey and I love Bill Parcells. But even growing up with Giant fans, they never came on and criticized the Cowboys or anything like Eagle fans, dude. I'm like, it's ridiculous. And then I could have conversations with Giant fans and we could talk football. We can talk fact base. But don't come at me with this stuff like you're entitled to, or our team sucks and your team has no issues whatsoever. And then when you say something just openly stupid, when you say that our offense is overrated, or you got a problem with Dak, because he thinks that Jalen Hurts is better than Dak. That's another issue. But it's just like, okay, man, I can't talk with you. If we're gonna talk football, we're gonna talk.
We got one thing on you guys, so
I can't talk with you.
Well, here's the thing. Let me say this much, because Eagle fans are always talking about I just ban people and just ban. Okay, here's the thing. I look at it. I'm 60 years old. Okay, my audience for the most part is older people. Y'all are, Jess, Loyal, Holly, Donnell. Y'all are like my friends and things like that. We come in here to have real conversations. We're not teenagers doing grab ass stupid shit. I get it. You're proud of your team, and that goes to a point. But every time you come in just to be disruptive and tell you how much you suck, how much you got no hope, and so on. And that's the thing with Leo. Leo would come in here and he would take it over, and it's just, we're the best, you suck, Dak sucks. And it's just like,
right.
Okay, I get it. You're proud of your team. You've won. Congratulations. But people don't come in here just for this blovation all the time. And we got to a point where people like Lola, they come in and it's like, this is not what I'm here for.
Right.
And so I lose people
the
that have
NFL.
been here forever because an Eagle fan wants to come in here and take over the show and tell you everybody sucks and you're a delusional Cowboy fan. That's not what my channel is about. You can do that, on other places. But I don't have time to do that all the time. You want to comment, Cowboys suck and everything else. Okay, can we have a real conversation about stuff? No. Only thing you got and you're bringing to the table is your team sucks and so on. Now, we're going to see how this one goes right now because without getting paid for it, I sent the link to Rob A. The first time I had a conversation, I got a hatchet job from him on Game Time Brian's, and it was just like he had all this built up frustration and just literally beat the shit
going on mute mode.
I have to say something about Rob. Rob is one of the most coolest Eagle fans.
Brother.
And he's very level-headed. I love Rob.
Well,
Holly, there's nothing wrong with
I'll tell you what, I'll be right back. Just hold up. I'll be right back.
Holly, there's nothing wrong, like Mark said, about being a fan of your team. Is great. If you have passion, like we have passion about our Cowboys. But don't come in here and tell us that we suck and you're the greatest team that was ever assembled.
Well, that's what I like about Rob. He doesn't do that.
Rob's
he will say things that he sees things from a different perspective and he's real about it. He's not a blow
He's totally different. He's totally different. But don't put them all in one group.
And the thing about it, they always say, well, you haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. Well, what have you done?
You know, we're relevant right now. That's what we've done. So we're relevant right now. So that's what we've done to answer your question. So, I keep it real.
Why do you say that? It's one of you guys say that.
Danelle, let him finish.
Oh, sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
With that said, you said, what have we done? No, you're right, man. We haven't won 5 Super Bowls like you guys. And those teams that you guys had back in the 90s were phenomenal. I'm old enough to remember those Super Bowl and those runs that you guys got to get to the Super Bowl. You had a great team built and I'll give you guys credit for that. But Shannon Sharp always says you got to update your resume. You got to be relevant now. The thing is that we don't have 5 Super Bowls, but we do have 2 in the last 10 years. So, with that being said, and we've been to 3. So, what have we done? Well, we're relevant right now, man, and it feels good to be relevant right now. So, to say that, what have we done? That's not only what we've done, but that's what we're doing. Is that we're relevant right now, but credit to you guys. You have 5 Super Bowls, yeah, no doubt, and you guys had some damn good teams in the 90s. Yeah, you did. I mean, shit, I can't take that from you. All I'm simply saying is to answer your question. You're asking what have we done? Well, we've been to 3 Super Bowls in the last 10 years, and we won 2 of them. So that's what we've done as of late, and it feels good to win right now, man.
Rob,
I love to have that feeling.
And Rob, respectfully, I give credit where the Eagles have, like you just said. Hey, yeah, okay, you guys won 2 Super Bowls. What you said in the last 10 years.
Correct.
It's great. I don't discredit that. I can't discredit that.
No.
But what I'm saying is, and I'm not talking about you, Robert, because I just met you.
Sure.
I'm talking about the guy that I've been talking about that really just irked my nerve when he comes at you, Drew. Like you're down here, we're down here, and he's up here like we won 8 Super Bowls and so forth, and coming out bragging, and then talking about our current Cowboy roster. And it was like he was talking about your defense is not good, it's going to suck. And I'm going, wait a minute, we as Cowboys fans don't even know how we have an idea how we think. We know it's going to be no worse than what it was last year. But to come in and say that your defense is going to be terrible, your offense is overrated. That's when you lose me, because you're not taking account of the issues that you have on your current team. He keeps bragging about the wide receiver room. And I'm like, wait a minute. He keeps mentioning Hollywood Brown. Dude, what has Hollywood Brown done in the NFL that's going to threaten other teams when we play the Eagles? Or when other teams play the Eagles?
Thing is with Hollywood Brown is what I will say about our offense is just like your defense, nobody knows, right?
Nobody knows.
Okay, but the thing is this though, I don't know what is your name, by the way, because all I see is Dotson.
Donnie.
Okay, Donnie. So Donnie, I again, nice meeting you, by the way. But
nice meeting you.
What I'm going to say about that is, if you listen to some Dallas content creators and even some fans out there, man, you guys are really hyping your team up. Like, oh, it can't be any worse than what it was last year. Well, how do we know, right? Just like you just told me. How do we know? We don't know. So, but you have, wait, hold on. But you have you're optimistic about your team. Every NFL fan, a true fan out there is going to, as of right now, in August, are going to be optimistic about their team. Jesse just said at the beginning of the show that he feels that it's possible that they can make a playoff run. So nobody knows, but everybody's feeling a certain way. So where Drew's coming from, I believe that's who you're probably mentioning when you talk about Game Times channel, because I'm on there a lot when I'm not working, is that, pump your brakes a little bit because nobody knows. So you guys are hyping Parker up. Everybody, Donnell was saying earlier, we know what Micah Parsons was when he came into the league. We know what Caleb Downs is when he's coming into the league. Do we? Do we really know what Caleb Downs is? But so you hear all this hype about it, and then you don't want anybody to challenge it. So the thing is that when Drew is saying that your defense or your offense is overrated, well, you can't say in some of those games last year your offense showed up, because there's a couple games that I've called out saying that your offense was a no-show. The second half of that Philly game, the Carolina game, the Arizona game. So well, Denver makes everybody look bad for the most part. Unfortunately, we had a lead on them and then turned around and lost it. But I'm just saying is that Denver's defense is good, so I'll give hats off to Denver. But the thing is, man, is that your offense did no show a couple times last year. So the thing is that when he's saying it's overrated, all I'm simply saying is, what's up with the Super Bowl talk? And we're barely in August.
But I look, anybody that knows me. And I've talked to Law Nation. I've talked to Mark about this. I think it's foolish to talk Super Bowl. I mean, you got people talking about Super Bowl favorites in March, in May. It's ridiculous. And so I've always said, talk to me in
Joey, shout out to Joey.
November and December. Then I'll have an idea what kind of team we have. To say that we're Super Bowl contenders and stuff like that in August is ridiculous.
Yeah, but I've been hearing it even on this live stream. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but I've heard it on this live. And I'm not saying Mark said it, because Mark is optimistic, and that's the way you should be. So, like, when I texted him and I said, hey, bro, is your back hurting because you're shoving all that shit for the Joneses? Well, that's watch, rinse, and repeat every year.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the way it's been.
Rob, hang on for a second here. Go ahead. Because the picture I'm looking at you, my man. You as gray as I am. The picture you
I am, brother. I'm 49. I just turned 49. I'm getting old, bro. I'm getting old.
49.
Hold on. Wait, everybody. The picture that you sent of yourself, you didn't have any gray in that beard.
Oh, that was a couple of years ago, but I tell you what, brother.
There's your shirt.
That happens when you're
It's called having daughters. It's called having daughters.
It's raising 3 girls, my man.
So
thank you very much. I've been there. I can tell. I can relate, Rob.
I think that's why my hair turned gray so fast with 2 kids. It's I only had 2.
Well, Rob, even with the gray hair, you still got that baby face.
Hey, thanks, my man. I try to stay young at heart, my brother.
Hey, Rob, I'm the same age as you.
Fight for it.
I'm the same age as you. People think I'm in my 30s. I'm 40.
That's because you age well, my brother. You age well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got.
But
you probably don't have 3 girls.
About the relevance. My thing about relevance is relevance only really matters. People use the relevance Cowboy fans around me a lot, and I would tell people, like, I got a buddy of mine, he's a Viking fan. He brings up the Vikings have been deep in the playoffs more recently than Dallas, and I tell him, but what have y'all done? Y'all lost. Exactly. The Bills, y'all go to the playoffs every year. Nobody talks about the Bills like they talk about the Cowboys because, frankly, they choke. Look at the Commanders went to the playoffs recently. Now people talk about them like they're the same old Commanders again because they lost to Dallas 2 times again. It's like, to me, relevance only matters when you win it. If you don't win those Super Bowl, your relevance means nothing, especially if you go into the next season and you play like garbage and Dallas has a better record than you and they make the playoffs. Your relevance don't mean nothing. Like,
but you know what,
the Panthers went to the playoffs more recently than Dallas. But I tell Panther fans, what have y'all done? Y'all lost. Y'all haven't won a Super Bowl. Yeah, y'all still one of the 12 Super Bowl winning teams.
But the Panthers are up and coming, man. You got to say with that Tech McMillan.
That defense.
and their defense, them getting, Jalen Phillips, and they already had some pieces on there. They got a great cornerback. They're up and coming. So I'm not saying they've done anything, but they should be excited about where they're going. I think they have a good.
I could say the same thing about like the Atlanta Falcons. They did that one time. And when you said some teams should be optimistic, I'm like, no.
Well, every team's going to be optimistic right now. Everybody's 0-0 right now, bro. Every team's going to feel optimistic.
I'm not sure that Miami and the Cardinals and the Raiders really should.
I feel optimistic. That should go without saying realistic. Because, there's some fans that are just not realistic.
The real talk real talk when it comes to Cowboys fans, and we all know this. We all know this. And Rob A., I know you know this as well, being a football fan. When it comes to the Cowboys, the bottom line is we really don't care what we do in the regular season now. It's all about the playoffs.
Oh, I agree with that.
It's what we have to do. We have to do in the playoffs. And as much as I love Dak, and I'm thinking about legacy now, Dak has to not just Dak, because I know it's the quarterback that takes the blame, when they lose, and they take all the credit when they win. But Dak being the quarterback of the Cowboys themselves, they have to perform in the playoffs. Because if unfortunately it's going to go to Dak, if he doesn't have success in the playoffs, then he's going to have people continue to take shots at him. So as Cowboy fans, we know what the deal is. We have to perform in the playoffs.
That's going to get shots regardless, because even when the Cowboys won that Tampa Bay game, Dak didn't get no positive remarks for that. They said
you got to be realistic, but Tampa was in there by default. They weren't even a 500 team.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks game, he played against the Seahawks. I argued this with my own buddy Samuel, who's a Cowboys fan.
That was a good win. Absolutely, that was a good win.
Yeah, he said that Dak Prescott was not the reason we won against Seattle. That was because the Seahawks
that's not
I don't listen to talk like that, bro. When the success is there, bro, a win's a win. I'll take a win anyway.
Yeah, that's what I said. A win is a win.
I take comments like that with a grain of salt, regardless. So I would recommend anybody to do the same.
There's no I in team.
But as Cowboys,
if Dak gets a deep playoff run, they're going to say, "Oh, Dak Prescott went the way of Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman freaking got carried the whole way to the Super Bowl."
Yeah, but as Cowboys
it's because
fans,
of the team. It's because of your team logo and Jerry Jones. Yeah, he set you up. He's the one to put the target in your guy's back.
Well, Dak's putting the target on his back this year. Let's just be real about it. Man. With that Gotti, Yeah, I mean, with the Gotti comments, with the Super Bowl T-shirt, right or wrong. I mean, he's putting it out there, but you got to have that confidence going in. You should have.
But you know what, Rob A? I don't have a problem with him doing that.
It doesn't matter if he says it or doesn't say it.
Right.
He's still going to get shit.
Well, you will. Yeah, I mean...
more than anybody else.
Now, like I said, that Gotti stands for
carrying the torch at this point. But go ahead.
No, but it doesn't matter. If he didn't say it, they'd say, "Well, see, you know what? He's just happy to get paid. He doesn't care about winning and everything else."
Right.
So now, he's arrogant. He hasn't won anything. Here's the thing that you have to realize is they realize getting paid. The Cowboys are the villain. We have been the villain because of Jerry Jones. It's all people talk about. The fact that the Cowboys have not been into the playoffs for 2 years and they still get all the primetime games and everything else shows you the power of having the villain that everybody wants to talk about. And unfortunately, Dak Prescott is collateral damage. And Texas, Danielle, you're 100% right. Dak Prescott could play for another 5 years, get another 20,000 yards, have over 50,000 yards in his career, own every Dallas Cowboys record, and it'll be considered a choker. The only thing that matters in his career, and he recognizes it too, is I have got to win a Super Bowl. If he wins the Super Bowl, he will be a god in Dallas because he'll be, and for Jerry Jones, this is the guy I won a Super Bowl without Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
So it has to be. So he understands that. Hey, I'm trying to win a fucking Super Bowl. And I'm hoping that the guys around him realize that as well. One thing I do want to touch on real quick is Rob A. Shout out to Rob A. because Rob A. has become like Philly 500 to me, okay? A lot of people think Philly 500 and me hate each other, but see, there's been some bad times through my life and some hard times that Philly's gone through that you guys don't know about, that we have been there for each other. And we've become really good friends through a whole lot of shit, even though we both hate each other's team. Game time, Brian said, "Hey, what's you come on Wednesday night?" And I had not been watching what his show was on Wednesday night, so I just went in there happy-go-lucky, and I get my head taken off by Rob A. And I'm like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy? And why is he giving me all this shit?" And through the course of time, Rob thought I was a piece of shit, and so on, and got a phone call because I'd mentioned him on a video, and we started talking a little bit, and he realized Mark isn't so much of an asshole as I thought he was. And I realized Rob A isn't as much a dick as I thought he was. And that's the thing, that there's a perception of people when what you see on YouTube
Step
and all
brothers
that
again. Step brothers all over again.
versus what real life is. And that's what I'm going to say. Understand what you see on First Take, on ESPN, sometimes is fake drama made for people to watch. And a lot of that stuff is the case here. And I'm sure Drew, I have talked to him once or twice before. He is a good person, except when he gets out on here on YouTube.
Yes.
So
I just met
want to give
Rob.
I just want to give Rob props. He's a good.
Thank you, sir. Right back at you.
His team
Rob, I
still
just met.
sucks.
I
and
just
hate
met.
him though.
Rob, I just
Oh
met.
yeah,
you,
of course.
Rob,
I love my
today,
brother here, but I still can't stand his team.
Rob, I just met you for the first time today, and I know that I can talk football with you.
Yes, sir.
I can talk football with you. But
Bro,
like
you're
I
not,
said,
to be honest, with you, you're not, your fan base isn't the one that bothers me the most anymore, which is the Eagles. If anything, I'm starting to really dislike the Washington Commanders, so they're starting to become more of a pain in the ass to deal with than Eagle fans.
Oh boy,
You know,
he
the
just
thing about
not
Philly,
because of
the thing
Momo.
about Philly is we're a very passionate fan base. We really, you know, a lot of teams could say that, but we're a very passionate fan base. I mean, the success.
It's one thing to be a fan of a passionate team. It's another thing if you're a fan of like a team that just doesn't win.
Yeah, no.
Don't even.
But you've got other ones that are a fan of just hating the Dallas Cowboys.
yes,
like the Cardinals.
I love Momo, but every time I watch a live stream, he's talking about Cowboy fans. And
Well, that's why
talking
he
about the
said it.
Dallas Cowboys. It's like, well, what's going on with your team? I literally called him up. I said, hey, you guys just signed Diggs. I don't see a video from it. Yeah, well, I just got in. I'm going to get something to eat, and then I'll do something later. I'll do a short about it. It's like, wait a minute. If it was something, if the Cowboys did something like that, you would have already had a video up and told me, man, they hired a bum.
right.
Rob, he doesn't know what Momo pulled on game times last stream,
it's the
does
third
he?
time.
Oh my
What'd
God.
he do?
He said his name.
Oh my
Or
God.
him pissing off Lloyd too last week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He
one,
just
bro.
takes
I was
training
there,
camp.
boy.
Boss Man Juan. Momo reminds me of Boss Man Juan.
Hey, Danelle, if you ever get a chance, watch Lloyd's channel, our channel over there. You want to see craziness? Insanity.
Yeah,
You're taking some bullets, man. What's going on?
It's hard for me.
Oh, Lloyd's channel is no holds barred over there.
Yeah, they are.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they tore me. They tore me apart yesterday. Damn, taking all rounds.
Lord Bronson, that's one
Oh,
YouTuber I
but
think.
Jesse, the time you went to the bathroom and you didn't mute.
Oh God,
Oh, you pulled a naked gun. I remember
Yeah,
that
I
on
did.
that movie, Naked Gun.
Bill Momo, did you?
And it was not intense. It was totally accident. Man,
I knew it was an accident, but it was so funny. My son died laughing.
It was a heel.
Hey, Mark, I will say, man, that outdoor kitchen is looking great, man. Good job, great work.
Oh.
You know, one thing, you know, we can go back and forth, you and I, but one thing I will, you know, salute you is that, man, you're a hard ass worker, man. You. That very few could outwork
have you watched
on
Mark
what you
Holmes'
do.
other channel?
Yeah.
Day Job?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, man,
that
he's-
one was
see what I did with this TV. Oh, shit.
He's
Yeah,
the
man.
host.
I
So,
said,
salute
Can't
you
wait
on
to
that, man.
see it.
How you doing, Mark? How's it going, brother?
I Mark to have him work in my house.
Hi, Tyler.
Right.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Holly? What's up, Ty?
Okay, so one thing I'm going to say before we get ready to get out of here. Man, that 2 hours went by fast.
Yeah, it did.
No shit. Thanks,
Max-
Danelle.
Max Crosby. Here's what I loved was Max Crosby talking about going all out in practice. Okay? And hitting Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins acting like a little bitch. 'cause he
Damn,
got
dirty.
touched on his arm. But see, that reminded me of Charles Haley. Charles, in practice, you better have your head on a swivel. I shit you not, because you're going to get hit. Like, is the end of the world type hit. And the thing I think happened with him in San Francisco was at JMU, it was kind of the infancy of really JMU football. We were winning 3 or 4 games a year and so on. But when he went to San Francisco and got a taste of winning, he owned that shit. And if you weren't about winning with him, he didn't have anything for you except knocking your head off. And it was about winning. And see, that's when you heard Max Crosby saying, it's practice. I'm out there. I'm working on my shit, and I'm going all out. That to me was like, man, that's the kind of players that you want on your team. That even
that's just the way he's wired.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
dude will run through a brick wall for you.
Yeah, I mean, practice. That's the kind of guys that you want out there that aren't just, I'm just here for a paycheck. That's another reason why I want to have a Von Miller here to be a mentor to these young guys.
Yeah,
because that would be a guy.
Hey, Mark, so I'm glad I got Odell Beckham on our team.
Yeah.
I want to hear Rob's thoughts on that.
On what?
About Von Miller and all of that.
They'll bring some leadership to the team, but honestly, beyond that, I mean, Von's best years are way behind him. He'll be good rotational. Yeah, and I mean, and he could be a good rotational, especially like a situational third down edge rusher to, just see ball, go get ball, like, get the quarterback kind of thing. I could see that more realistic than Wagner. I don't think with Christian Parker's defense, especially like these last couple of years in Philly, he relied on those faster athletic linebackers like Zach Bond. And that you're just not going to get that with Wagner. He'll be good at stopping the run.
Yeah.
Right. But he won't be good at pass coverage. You just don't have the wheels to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't think Wagner would be a good fit. I just don't know. Like, I asked Game Time this on his live stream the other day, and I think it was Broadus who brought it up, because I asked, like, where did this come from? But all this Brooks talk.
It was.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, get Von Miller.
With this Brooks stock, because he just signed, like he was just extended. And for them, I know they're already eating a lot of dead cap already, but for them to eat even more, that's just malpractice by the GM. I mean, to me, if it's like, if you want to get rid of him, get rid of him. But if you sign him and then try to trade him after you just signed him, makes absolutely no sense.
Well, Mark said something interesting earlier. He was talking about Myles Garrett, what Cleveland did to his contract. And so it was easier for them to trade Myles Garrett. And what Brian Broaddus was saying, it's kind of similar to Brooks.
Yes. No, it doesn't.
Yep.
Well, you made him easier to trade.
Because Myles Garrett played a season
I'm not talking about for the Dolphins. I'm talking about whoever the team that they trade him to.
No, well, what I'm saying, though, is the contract's a little different. The reason is because Myles played a year after extending and Cleveland, so all that money was paid to him from Cleveland. But with Brooks just signing now, that money, if he got traded right now, Dallas would have to pick that up.
There's no unless they were able to.
I heard different.
Wait a minute.
He hasn't played it down for Miami since his contract.
Well, wait a minute. Has there been any
Rob,
money?
I heard different.
Did they have a contract before that? Did they have to eat that? The team Miami has to eat that money?
Yeah, Rob, I heard that Miami would have to eat up the majority of his contract.
If he plays for Miami.
Because they did do the
But
contract.
they can't sign him now and then trade him right now.
Well, here's a way to look at it. Yes.
Oh, hell. I knew it. I told you. Momo's in the... I told you. I said it 3 times.
He says y'all love to talk about me. Momo said. What were you going to say, Mark?
I'm pulling up his contract now. One way you could look at it is it makes it easier to trade, and if you're trying to get more compensation, like I think they'd have to eat like $15 million.
That's what it is. Yes.
And if you basically it would be like, okay, we're gonna take this $15 million hit, but we'll get a second-round pick for him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way I would say that, or maybe they decided, shit, maybe he's not going to be, by the time we get good, he's not going to be worth it 2-3 years, because they're like an expansion team right now. The best thing they can do is get as much draft capital as they can and look at just starting all over, because taking that hit right now, okay, you're already in cap hell. You already got $178 million. What's another $8 million dead hit this year? if I get a second round draft pick to go with all the other picks that I ended up picking up, then I can actually create the team that I want that's going to be young, that hopefully is going to grow together.
And by the way, Mark, I'm looking on Spoke Track. They say the Cowboys didn't want to get Bobby Wagner. The only guys left is Okereke, Levante David, Matt Mulatto, Roberts, Chris Board, Jermaine Pratt, Jerome Baker, Ezekiel Turner. Oh, what's the Shaq Thompson, and
David
Walker,
retired, bro.
Smith.
Okay. Come back.
Hold on.
Levante David retired.
Levante David retired.
Rob, I got this, Rob.
Okay.
Rob,
Hold his beer, Rob. Wow.
I got you. Go for it.
Hold on. Y'all need a whole 10 of my beers. Hey, Mr. Graves, before you come here and tell me you hate Commanders fan, you hate yourself. Hate that D on your head, because when the game 2 comes, we whooping that ass. You hate Commanders fan? I hate your sorry ass 4-eyed wannabe thug ass Cowboy fan. So don't say another word about my mouth about what I say on my channel or what on your channel. So shut up. I ain't got time for no wicked Cowboy fan like that. I'm him. I'm Momo, damn it. I'm Momo, damn it.
Mark, there's a new shirt, bro. I'm Momo, damn it. I'm Momo.
Eat that energy, Momo, when the game starts.
No. Shut your dumb ass up. I ain't got time for you.
Or is this an AI Momo?
Hey, Mark, don't let me read your ass, because you doing AI right now. You on Zoom. Zoom is AI. Everything you get on your phone is AI.
Okay.
Your TV is AI. So stop talking about AI like AI is a bad thing.
Hold on, Momo.
No,
See,
I'm
this is
out.
where you always go.
No, stay, Momo, please stay.
Out of the
play. Don't sign off.
Everything.
I'm gonna make an AI video. AI beating your ass.
Momo, please stay. Don't sign off.
Momo come in half-cocked.
He's talking about I'm out. Yep, that's the Commanders. They always out. Out of the playoffs, out of the season,
but I don't
always
have that shit on.
No, Mark, you got him. It's AI. It's AI, period.
Okay.
Do you know everything you do is AI done? Come on, Mark.
You know what?
You ain't that slow.
And guess what, bro? Those AI companies, they're going bankrupt right now. And I hope
I'm quite sure they are.
Take the financial system out with them, because basically 50% of what's being spent in the country is all going to fucking AI.
Okay,
nobody but Momo want fucking AI.
No. A lot of people use AI for different.
That's what makes me nervous about all these data centers going up, because you never know what they.
No. A lot of cities are saying no to the data centers. They voting. Where I live at in North Carolina, a small town not too far, they stopped them for a whole year. So
you know why? You know why they're going to all these small towns and doing this shit, right?
Right. We know that
they're dirt poor, and they say, "Hey, we're gonna put a few $1 million into your, into your city." Right. To put this thing in here. And so that, and then they try and say, well, it's going to bring jobs. It ain't bringing no jobs. It ain't bringing jobs for the guy who's unemployed around the corner.
It'll probably bring about 40,000 jobs.
I came here and talk about this damn Texas Wolf guy who always say he hate Washington Commanders, and he never met. He don't even know me from Adam. He don't know what a nice guy am, a good guy am.
Okay. Forget coming in here and
no. Shut up, Mark.
I got a real question for you, Momo.
What's the real question?
The real question with Laramie Tunsil, the left tackle going out, what are they going to do for their offensive line?
They got the rookie from last year. They drafted last year.
That's a big loss.
They drafted last year. It's a big loss.
Hella big loss.
They have the rookie, the guy they drafted last year. He goes step up.
What's his name?
If you come to my channel, I'll let you know.
Shit.
That's a big.
Exactly. He's the only one to help you out there, Mark.
Seriously, I don't. If people ask me that question, that's what I've been saying. If you want to know information about you have to come to my channel, Mark Holmes.
Well, we are knowledgeable football fans.
You guys. That's not the key. I need numbers. So y'all don't want to come? Stay your ass over there. Y'all, if y'all know the answers, why y'all asking me? See, that's that doofus response. I ain't
He
playing
just
no
wanted
game.
your opinion. He
No,
wanted
no,
your
no, no, no,
opinion.
no, no. I just told you if you wanted to know the backup to him, the rookie who we drafted last year, you coming to my channel.
First of all,
Talking about Andrew Wiley.
he's not a rookie anymore if he was drafted last year.
Yes, he's a homie. No, he ain't a rookie. I say he was the rookie last year.
Andrew
Hello,
Wiley. Yeah.
hello.
Thank you, NFL Mobile.
Hello. No, that's your answer your own question. So why y'all asking me something y'all already know the answer to? See, I see.
The point is,
BS.
not as good as
I see
Johnson.
BS.
Our players were to go down, I could tell you right now who would take his place. Without
hold on.
If it's Jerry saying it'd be, I'm Moe, damn it.
Y'all ain't gonna have a dance. I ain't gonna clown me in here tonight. I got something for y'all. This Cowboy Hate Week. I'm gonna have 10
something
fat
for you. Come on my
cheerleaders.
channel and I'll tell you what it is.
No, Ma, I'm serious. Seriously, I have 10 fat, obese cheerleaders coming to my channel. They're ex-cheerleaders fan, and they going to tell, they're going to say what Jerry and the Cowboys did to them. I'm serious.
Oh, man.
Hey, Mark.
I'm hoping CZ gets you with a cheerleader.
Are you not entertained?
Oh, hold on. I thought you liked me. I thought you liked me. Now you hating on me.
I love Momo. Oh, did he sign off?
Boy, oh boy.
I love Momo though. He's
I
funny.
love Momo. I do.
Momo's my man. Momo's my man.
Okay. All right. Over 2 hours here today, and we're gonna have to get out of here. I gotta cook some dinner. I need to eat something because I'm starving. You guys don't leave yet in the Zoom call. Don't leave just yet. I got something I got to tell y'all. Who left?
Oh, Danelle, you wanted Momo?
No,
I think Momo dropped.
Momo gone.
Momo left. I think Momo left.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
Momo wanted to rant and leave. That's all he wanted to do.
Yeah,
Is really his 2 cents. Get out of here.
He did a drive-by rant.
You said it 3 times.
He did too.
Oh, gosh.
All
But
right.
like I told him, I said, Momo, keep that energy when you play the Cowboys. 'Cause let's be honest, if you get belt to ass by the Cowboys again, whether JD5 is out there or not, there ain't gonna be no excuses.
Right.
You're 100% right, Dirty Sanchez. He's mad because you won't go to his channel, so he comes
went
to
to
your
do a
channel
rant.
to let you know about it.
Oh, my
Because I
goodness.
told Momo
Man.
before,
Okay, but
losing to the Cowboys, it's like the worst feeling people can have. It's like losing to us, it hurts really bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Or you're
man.
Super Bowl.
Rob
all right, we got to get out of
had
here.
a 21-point lead against the
Okay,
Cowboys,
guys,
and Eagle fans was wondering what the hell happened.
We got to get out of here.
Hey, Mark's hungry.
I appreciate everybody. Everybody wants to hang out longer, and we'll be back tomorrow night, and maybe we'll open it.
Rob, it was
out,
nice
Rob.
meeting you, brother.
Hey, nice meeting you guys. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Rob.
I'm not. I'll see y'all.
Say that all.
Nice meeting you.